UI UX too. Maybe we should start. So, firstly, like Tanmay is our domain head, so he'll just tell you that how to contribute in UI UX on the GitHub. So, Tanmay, you can share your screen now.
So hello everyone. So I will be showing you how to contribute for UI and UX in various platform. So let's first begin with our GitHub process, like our GitHub account. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
No, not yet. Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. So yeah. So here's the GitHub profile for GDSC, and we have created a separate section for UI UX. So basically, UI UX is not the part of a coding, or you can say like any part of a programming language. It's a completely designing, and you can say a prototyping process and wireframing, and you have to develop many concepts. So uh, basic, like you can contribute here, like over this. Yeah, part 2 UI UX. So yeah, so here are the basic information, like we have given like beginner level and intermediate level and software used in this development process. So simply you can create your file, such as when you there are various software for development of UI UX, such as Sketch, Figma, and Adobe Xd. They like Akansha will give you the brief introduction about the softwares. So normally you can upload files, like here, like you can upload files. Now it is disabled, like I will be opening this, and you can create an png form, like png image, or you can say a jpg image of your design, such as like this. For reference, this is the design, and if I want to upload this, so this is not a coding or any type of programming. So I have to simply just make this for design in form of PNG and GPG, and after this you can easily upload here, like we have upload file option. So this is how you can contribute in the GitHub account of GDSC. And another contribution way for UI UX is like you have to create a Behance profile. Like this is the platform where you can contribute your designs, such as web app and mobile app. And you can say like this was my first design which I contributed in this page. So yeah, this is also globally visible. So here also you can create, and there are also other websites. We will be mentioning you in this further session. So Akansha, you can continue from here.
So, yes, I'll take over from here.
Yeah.
Can you just stop presenting us? Yeah. So, my screen is visible, I guess.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So, let's start with our session. That is the session on UI UX. After all, it's a UI UX session, so it has to be very creative. So, I've created this creative PPT for you all. So, firstly, we'll start with the UI UX. Also, I have to mention that I am like sharing my full screen, so please unmute yourself and ask questions. Like, I won't be able to see the chat box.
Just feel free to ask questions, like keep it interactive session, so everyone will be getting a clear idea of what is UI and what is UX. As some of our beginners, so let's keep this session interactive.
So yeah, UI and UX are not the same things. They are basically the different terminologies which we use. So UI is a user interface which we use to interact with the digital devices, which can include like screens, touch screens, keyboards, or sounds and light. So if I give an example of UI, so this screen is basically the whole part of UI. The like close button over here, this maximize minimize button, or this tabs, or this whole PPT slide is itself a element of an UI. And after all, if you talk about UX, then it is the evolved result of this improvements to UI. Like if we interact with this UI, then what are your outcomes for this UI? Like if I give the example, like this close button over here, like rather than being over there, if it would have been to the left top corner, then it would be a example of bad UI. Because people have memorized that in any laptop device or any computer device, the close button or the maximize minimize buttons are on the right side only, so they are not situated on the left side. So if it would have been any software comes up with this like I can say UI, like these three buttons on the left side, so it would have been a bad UI as an example of bad UI. Also, like if I want to give example of a good UI, then the search button or the search section over here, if it would have been like anywhere in the down section, then it would have been like very what would I say, difficult to do so. Like most of the softwares which we have here, the like any functionality button is on the top section of the screen and never on the bottom section of the screen. So while building the UI designs also, you should also keep this in mind that whenever you add elements to your app screen or any web screen, it should be on the top of the screen and not at the bottom of the screen. So if we move forward, then we have the key topics which we'll be like studying in this session. First is the software introduction, then the wireframes, the Figma properties, and the basic UI development. So going on to the first topic, that is the software introduction. So making like UI interfaces, we have various like tons and tons of softwares, but most of these four softwares are on the top list. So first is Adobe Xd, then Sketch, then Figma, and Wireframes. So I'll just show you how these interfaces look like. So this is first the Adobe XD. So whenever you open like the UI or the Adobe XD website, then you will be getting this very pretty and beautiful UI. So here they have given you what all you can develop through this. Like we have web designs, then app designs, brand designs, or any game designs, and all they have listed down is all the features as well. So one thing over clear here is like it is not a free app. You need to pay for this to use Adobe XD. Also it includes some system requirements to download this software. So like when you go into the system requirements for the Mac OS, it should have the version of 10.14 or like later version after this version, like 10.14 and later versions. And in Windows, it only runs in Windows 10, and it needs only 64-bit version, and it can't run in 32-bit versions. So this is about Adobe. Like you can get a free trial of 7 days in this software app also, and then you can pay for it. The next we have is the Sketch. So one drawback about Sketch is it is only for the Mac users. It is only for Mac OS, and it cannot be downloaded in Windows. So anyone who has Mac can try the Sketch software for UI. Then talking about wireframes, so wireframe is basically only used for drawing the wireframes for the apps. So later I will be talking about what are wireframes, but you just keep in mind that only wireframe.cc, that this website is used to draw only the wireframes. And the last I would like to show is Figma. So for Figma, actually I have signed in already, so this is shown to you. If you're not signed in, then the other interface would be visible to you. So I would suggest you to sign in Figma, because all the sessions ahead are going to be on Figma, and this is free app. But about others, it is like all the apps are paid. So Figma is the only app which is a free app. So like if we move to the PPT again. So now that we are done with software introduction, we will go on to wireframe. So what is wireframe is basically a 2D illustration of page interface. So if we have any page, what the interface would look like for that app is basically what a wireframe. A wireframe is also called as low fidelity project, or the low fidelity, I can say, process, like for which we don't do any design or anything. We just lay out the elements. Like it mainly focuses on space allocation, prioritization of content, and functionalities available. So like if I show you about the wireframes, so this is a example of wireframe. These are called as low fidelity frames. So it is a wireframe for an app. So if Yeah, so if you look at this is the splash screen. So it is basically in gray, white, and black color only because it is a basic layout of any app. So this is the logo which can come over here. So they have given a layout for their app. It is just like found on Figma community. I'll like show you what is Figma community in a while. Then after going through splash screen, they have a sign up page. So in sign up page, what all we can have is a welcome or a sign up showing that heading that it is a sign up page, or sign into your account. uh, I'm not sure if you can see the small things. So it is sign in to your account. So if you already have an account, so you should have a link to sign in. So then email, password, confirm password. So and then the sign in button. Then after you have signed up, you have a profile creation, for which you need to add various fields such as venue of the musician, venue, and where the musician, from where the musician is. This is basically for any music app, I guess. Then here is the, like, you have to upload a photo, what all functionalities or what all inputs you need to add, the like that you mention it over here. And then we have this boxes for the photos. So one thing I want to mention is like, whenever you are creating a wireframe for photo or maybe for logo or for any icon, you need to draw a box or a circle, and in that you need to do a cross line so that it shows that it is any like a photo or a icon or a brand logo. So this is how you like list down any photo. And then you have like, this is like from this UI we can like conclude that this is a list of something. And then we have a search contact tab. Like here we can basically type the input of what contacts we need to search. And again, this is the cross. That means it is either going to have an icon or an picture or a logo. So it has various screens, like from splash to then sign up, and then from sign up we have these profile screens where you need to fill up your information. Here is the main profile screen, and then the musician or the venue of the, like the program which is going to take place. And then the profile again, which is here, that is also mentioned here. This is for in case of any error if we have. Then after signing in from here, we can go to venue profile. So you need to give different case studies as well in UI. Like not every time everyone will enter the correct information. So sometimes if anyone enters the wrong information, then what your UI should display in an app, that should be mentioned also. So here they have given, like if it's a wrong entry, then you should show it. And then if you again sign in over here, you should be taken on to the next page, like here. So yeah, again, this is the home screen. Then this is the message screen, map screen, and the calendar screen. So these are basically different screens which we will have, like the app has. And if like this is the wireframe, if we want to see like so this was the wireframe which we saw now. And this is the UI from which from that wireframe itself, which uh, anyone who has uploaded has put down here. So we can duplicate it from here, and it will basically open the another tab for from which we can view what is there. So like this is the app. So earlier we saw that it was just a wireframe with gray and black and white background, but now they have given all the designs and colors as well as map, some photos. So this is the UI for this. And if you want to like see how it looks, then you can just hit the play button and it will show you onto the phone like how the UI will look. So this is the UI which is shown on the virtual phone. So this is my arrow actually, and I if I click somewhere, then it will go on to the next page. So here after entering the details, you will go on to the sign in page. So like there is a great feature in Figma, like when you do something like I don't know like to where click on, like to go on to the next screen, I don't know where to click on. So if I click anywhere on the screen, it just highlights that input box or text or any section of the screen which needs to be clicked. So as I told, I don't know where to click. If I click on sign in, it's not the correct option, but when I clicked on sign in, it showed the password section highlighted. So now if I click on password section, it will take me on to the next screen. So here also, if I don't know anything, I just click somewhere else and it will show that confirm password is the right button. So I'll click on to that, and after filling that we'll go to sign in. So this like if we go on ahead and ahead, like there are most of the things like we need to give input for each and everything. So this is basically whole functioning of the app. So yeah, but now we don't need this. So this is in the later part of the UI UX. So we'll go back onto the PPT after wireframing. I hope that everyone is like clear with wireframe, or should I explain it again? No, Mac isn't considered a bad UI. Actually, what? Okay, thank you, Zaid. It is on the left side, like what's on the screen. Like if you see through your eyesight, you will get the view of the top screen, the left side, and the right side. You don't go to the bottom of the screen. Like I have here the Figma tool or whatever that taskbar which I have. This is not the thing which we see. This is not the thing like we see most probably, but we are more focused on the upper part. So that's the UI which we consider. Also a Windows has a UI which has left side options various, so it is not a bad UI actually.
Basically, while someone design, or you can say some company prepare a UI for your device or web app or Android app. So design is when you prepare a design, so it should be a unique design. So as many of you have been using like Apple devices and Android devices and and Windows devices also, so they have their unique designs and they have their own kits for like designing purpose. So we will be discussing that later part. Is wireframing a necessary step? Yeah, so basically wireframing is a necessary step, so it gives you the clear idea of your placements and component development, and you can say like it will give a clear view so how your app should look or how your website should look. So yeah, wireframing is the necessary process. You can normally develop through digital way, or you can made
It is
on a
also a
paper in a
physical
sketch way
way,
also.
yeah. We can also jot down it on paper as well by pen, or we can do it on Figma or any other software which we have. Like it's basically a rough idea for wireframing. Wireframing is rough idea. Like if I want to like make the UI of Gmail, if I don't give the option of chat only, like I directly develop the UI and I don't give the option of chat only, so you need to do the whole process again just to bring back that chat button in your Gmeet section. So for that purpose, you need to have a rough idea of what you should include in your UI. So for that purpose, you need wireframing.
So basically, if you have clear idea what you have in your app or what you want in your app, then you can completely focus on designing. So if you are directly diving on UI, then you have to first think of design, and then you think that yes, this placement is not correct here. So basically, if you have done wireframing first, then you can completely focus on design afterwards.
Yes. So I guess Gaurav Singh is clear with it why
Yeah.
wireframing is necessary. Yeah.
Basically, during the development process, you will be getting more clear idea about that wireframing and designing process.
Yes. So after wireframing, we have some like we are as I said, like we are going to work on Figma only for all the sessions ahead. Like not everyone has Sketch and Adobe XD, so Figma is very feasible for us to use. So for this, we like what all features does Figma have is like it has multiplayer collaboration. Like if you have a team and you need to design on any app or a website, so multiple people can join on a single canvas and design that app or screen. So it is a very great way of designing it. Then we have team libraries. So Figma and all other apps have basically like plugins, moreover libraries to add the reusable components into the UI. So same way here, like you have multiplayer, that is team collaboration. Same, you can have team libraries which can have team plugins or team UI components which you want to reuse again and again in your app. Then connect multiple Figma accounts. So Figma has like community account, the workspace account, the team account which you will be working on the team, as well as the single account. So Figma basically in it itself has various accounts for a single person. So I myself can have a community account, a workspace account, my personal account, and one account for the team. And then the auto saving of the work. So like by mistakenly or suddenly or maybe purposely, if you cancel the Figma system or software, so it auto saves the work, and the next time when you open it, it shows the last work which you have saved or which it has saved in the canvas. So these are the basically main features that Figma provides. So like first we will, yeah, like now enough of theoretical part, we will jump onto Figma only. I'll just suggest you all to open the Figma through web browser and try whatever I'm trying on Figma. Like simply if you write Figma and then click on the first link, you will be landed on the Figma page. Actually I've signed in, so I have this UI or this dashboard in front of me. Like if you are not signed in, then you need to sign it for that, and then you will be here. So I just want to know that who all are trying with me Figma, like whatever UI design I'll be doing. Okay, Zaid is there. Anyone else? Yeah, Tanmay has put down the link for Figma. Can I? Yeah, sure. There's no permission required to do
You can
Figma.
also download the web app for Figma, and
Yeah,
you can also perform that designing process from website also.
yeah. So I basically have the web app, and I'll be doing on this. So I'll just cancel the Figma from here. So shall I start with Figma? Do apps run? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's no issue.
Akansha, you may proceed.
Yeah, I'll proceed with Figma. So first, when you have signed in, you will like I have my recent projects and the Figma community as well. So I'll just explain what is community. Here the Figma has introduced its own community where we can explore some plugins or the files which people have put on here, like the contribution of some people. Like here we have 3D illustration designs. So if we duplicate it, we can find. if you want anything from like community Figma community, you just need to duplicate it or just install it. So if I have this plugins, you have to install whatever plugins you need. I'll just like suggest you, if you want to start with Figma, like download material design icons, just click install over here and it will install the plugins. This basically contains the icon, so it will be very useful for you. Then it has a widget section as well, where you have like if you want to create a vote system, widgets are basically a reusable components. So if any app requires a table, if it requires again and again, then you can take it from here and just paste it onto your project. So you need, like, you don't need to create a table again and again if you want it. Then we have FigJam. This basically contains team related work like brainstorming sessions or meetings which a team can have, or any research and design or engineering, or you can have any fun section as well. So these contains many templates for these functionalities what they have mentioned. So this is actually programmable on the corporate level. So we actually don't use it when we move on to actually UI UX career. Then these are the main functions which we'll be doing. Then we have design systems as well. Then wireframes which I showed you right now. So you can take the like guidance from here for the wire section as well. There are tons and tons of wireframes over here as well. Then we has the same things for like illustrations, for any illustration pictures which you want. Then the icons, then the typography, mobile design, web design, and UI kits. So for UI kits, you have the designs of the elements. So if I duplicate it, so it has basically various types of fonts which you want to use in your UI UX. These are the paragraphs, like these paragraphs are mentioned same over here. Then the grid section, the colors, if you want you can just copy paste it from here to your project. Then the icons, if you want, there are like many icons related to everything: arrows, brands, commerce, games. So you just need to, like, if you want anything from this plugins or community, you should just click on it, then control C, and just paste it as control V. So you can see the printer has been pasted. So I took it from someone that has uploaded on the Figma community some icons. So I just copy pasted it and brought onto my Figma project. So after this, so after the Figma community, like, so this is the UI. Then you have your team project. So I have my team project over here, the another team project, and this is my personal account for the Figma. So like when we will be creating our file from here, like new design file. Also you should click on this option and not click on these two options, because there are some advanced level files. So we will just go from the basics. So click on the new design file, or simply here there is a plus button. So if you click on it, it will show two options, that is FigJam file and the design file. So click on the design file and you will be presented with the canvas. So this page is called as canvas, and the first part of the developing an UI is you need to give a name for your file. So I'll just give it a name as UI UX session 1 and just hit enter. So I'll just introduce you with this toolbar as well as these design properties which we have. So first is, this is a menu bar actually, which have options like file, edit, view, object, and vector. These are basically some advanced option. So we will not go into this in this session. Maybe in next intermediate or advanced section we will have a look at it. Then we have a move section. First I'll show you the frame. So the frame is basically a whiteboard on which you will be drawing anything which you want. And if I just click on move section now, so you can move your frame to whatever desired direction or axis you want to go. So after that, in the frame section is basically what we have is, here on the right side, if you can see, we have frames for different devices, for phones, tablets, desktops, presentations, watch, paper, social media, and Figma community. So if you click on this arrow, a drop down will appear for each and every section. So for phone, it has most of the like iPhone preferences. For the tablet as well, it has iPhone, and for the desktop, also it has some of the MacBook preferences. So it uses the references of iPhone only. So it is used. So for, I'll just have a frame of iPhone 13 Pro Max. So it will show the size of the screen of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So if you want to zoom in and zoom out, just hold your trackpad and pinch it, like how you do on your phone to like zoom in an image or zoom out an image, like you do this thing. So just do it on the trackpad itself. So it will just zoom in and zoom out the sections. So like, this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max screen. So they have given the perfect screen size for each and every like phone which they have jotted down by the pixel. So you should not tamper or do anything with the size of the phone. Like if you just do anything with the size this or this, it's going to ruin your UI. So if I don't know now like what's the size of the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and if I like do something like, I'll just take one shape, eclipse, and if I will do like this, and if I just play it, so it's not showing a full screen, like my circle is going out of the phone. So once you have selected the frame, you should not do anything with it, or else it will like it will just create a default UI for the phone. So once you select a frame, never ever try to resize it or do anything with it. Like whatever you want to do, like just do it inside the frame. So after the frame section, here we have the figure section. You have rectangle, so you can draw simply a rectangle over here. Then we have line, arrow, eclipse, polygon, star, and also you can place an image. So I basically don't have any image right now. Maybe I'll go to picture. So I have over here image, so I can place it at whatever size I want in UI. So here or wherever you want to place it. So after the like shapes section, if you click on any element, here you have a right property section. So here you have been given the x-axis, y-axis, width, height, as well as angle and the corner radius of this particular element. So if you like change anything over here, like I'll just set it to 500, so it will change the dimension of this particular rectangle itself also. I'll just minimize it and take it into the frame. Also you can rotate it to whichever degree of angle you want. Say I want 20 degrees, so it will be rotated to 20 degree. Again 0 degree. Then this is the corner radius. It basically curves or gives a round shape to your corner. So if I give it a 15 as a corner radius, so you will see that my edges are a little bit round. If it's not visible to you, I'll just make it 50. And yeah, now it's visible to you all. Also, you can give particular corner radius to a particular side. And like if you like here we have 50, 50, 50. If we want to give like here the leftmost top corner of the rectangle, so if you hover around, they show you what corner radius it is. So it is the top left corner. So here only I have to like minimize the radius over here. So if I minimize it, so you can see I have a minimal radius over here. Rest all other radius are the same way which they were previously. So I just keep it 50. Then these are the constraints, like they hold your rectangle in place through these strings or the wires which we have, like they have shown. So if you like, it has shown through left only, like you have only left wire over here. If you want on the both the sides, then you can choose the left and the right wire, so it is on the both the sides. So it is now at the center, like it has the same amount of length over here and the same amount of length over here. So it is at the center from both the sides. And if you have like you have top strings than bottom, and if I want to have a top bottom string as well, then we can have it. And if I want this box to be at the center, proper center of the screen, then you can just click on the here over center, so it will be shown over the center. Now also I have not shown you this. So these are the alignments of the elements in the US. So if you want anything to the left, then you can go through this. Then align horizontally center, that means from left and right it would be same. So this is align horizontally, this is for the right alignment, then this is for the top alignment, then this is the middle alignment, that is it is aligned vertically. So this is the like from here and here the distance is the same, and this is the bottom alignment. So you can try various alignments on your side as well. Then these are the layers, basically when we will use the color, then it will be of use. Then I can give any color whichever I want in this UI. I can change it from here as well, and you can increase or decrease the opacity of the color as well. So here you have different types of color gradients, like linear. Here you can give gradients as linear. So if I go here and for the below session, if I choose the black color, so it shows a gradient color. Also you want, if you want like the different color on the middle, so just click on this box, then press alt on the keyboard, and then just drop it at the middle of the section. So you will get three boxes at a time. Also if you want to increase the opacity or decrease it, it's all like up to you. You can like increase this way. Also you can give gradients, like this is a linear gradient. You can give a radial gradient as well as angular, diamond, and you can place a image as well. So you need to simply choose an image from here, like if I choose this, and it will perfectly fit that image in that particular box. So after this, here we have strokes, like the stroke is basically the outline of that element. Here you can increase the thickness as to 5, to whatever thickness you want, and whatever color you want you can also give it same, it is as same as the fill. So yes, and these are effects, like we have drop shadow effect, which gives the shadow to your element. Like I'll just decrease the stroke or else it will not be visible. From here you can give some settings, like how much x-axis do you want. So I, if I give it 10 over here and then over here, so you can see a shadow has appeared at the back of this like box or rectangle. I don't know if you can see it, but like you can try it by yourself. Everyone is there, right? Okay. So after, so these are the elements on, and lastly is the export. Like if you want to export this particular element onto your PC or device, then you can simply export it from here. And I'll just delete it because I don't want it. And if you want to like you can just delete it by pressing the delete button. Also, if you want to clone any object, just simply click on that object, then click on an alt keyboard, and then simply just clone the object. So Figma also provides you with the rulers as well, like the red lines, which gives you the dimensions or the measurements for the specific elements, if it goes up or if it goes down, and this is properly aligned with this first frame and the second frame. So also here you can add a text if you want. So here are the text attributes. This is the font style, the font weight which you want, that is if you want bold or black something, this is the font size. Then these are the alignments, same this top alignment, or the you want the text at the middle of the alignment or at the end of the alignment, and what color you want to give to the text. So if I choose any other, and I choose, so I'll write my name, so it shows different font size. I'll just increase it because it's not visible. So yeah, and if you don't want it this, then you can go to the main. Also, like you have some specific UI fonts for your UI interface, like only those five or four fonts are used in building the proper UI. So like if you want, like Tanmay, can you mention those fonts over here in the chat box?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so like I have basically told you each and everything about the elements. So if you have any doubt regarding any section in the this attribute section or in this toolbar section or here in the layer section, you can ask right now, because after this we are going to have, like we are going to make a UI for a sign up or a login page. Yes, anyone? Okay, Zaid has no doubts. Anyone else?
How to clone one UI?
Okay, like if you want to clone this frame, you just simply click on it, then press the alt on your keyboard, and then just drag it to the other side. So this is the clone of this frame. So you just try it and then tell me if you're able to do it or not. And
Yeah,
for
Figma community is free to use. Like you will get various options like UI kits, plugins, and all that are free to use. Like it's a open source contribution for Figma, for the Figma platform. Yeah, so they also use our actual projects also. While when you publish your project like with proper UX and proper prototyping, so they actually use also projects, and they also like if like for example you are using Instagram, right? So you get views and you get chance to promote your account. So yeah, in Figma community basically this also happens on the basis of a projects. So we will be giving you these brief examples of how you can contribute in Figma also, and how you can publish your projects. So we will discuss this later on.
so like maybe your doubt is cleared now, or should I tell you again? It's clear or not? Yes,
Yeah,
like
it's clear. Yeah.
clear. Okay. Anyone else has any doubts? Okay. So we will start with creating a sign up page or a sign in page. So these are the two frames I have created. So on the first frame, I'll just draw a wireframe for a sign in page. So I'll be creating a sign in page. So I just need a box firstly to fit in the sign in details. Then I just need to give a heading. So, um, as sign up. I just change the font. Yeah. So, like you can all comment like what all is there in the sign up, like sign in page, which we need to include in our wireframe. Yes, anyone? What should we include in a login or a sign in page? What an app basically has for a sign in page?
Google authentication.
Yeah. Uh, so we will like take it at the bottom. Sign in with Google, or we will also keep sign in with Facebook because it's also there. What else?
Sign in with GitHub.
Actually, we are creating a normal sign in page. Also, we can add GitHub, but not every app has sign in with GitHub. So, with the prospect, like with which app or which background you are going to create a sign in page, you should keep that in mind. Like, if you are creating any food app, then it will not have any sign in with GitHub. Or if you are creating any technical app, then it will have a sign in with GitHub. So, you should keep these things in mind. What else?
Omkaresh mentioned username and password.
Yeah, the main thing only people are not speaking about. I'll just have first one rectangle here. I'll just give another color so that we can differentiate it. So I'll just clone it by pressing Alt and then the another. So sign in will have a username and a password. Username. You can also clone a text box also. And here I can give a password. What else? Anything else?
Confirm password.
We are creating a sign in page and not a sign up page. So if it was a registration or sign up page, then we would have added the confirm password button. Sign in button. Okay.
There's also put up like via phone number we can sign in.
Yeah, we can do that also. Actually, it will be more sign in with the other devices rather than signing it with the actual. So we'll just keep two. Actually, we'll just like remove this GitHub as well. We'll just keep the two sections, that is Google and Facebook, and a button. So sign in button. Just align it to the center. Anything else? So I'll add one thing, like if a person don't have any login like section, like he is not logged in this app, then he need to sign up for the same. So we can just mention one link, that is, if you don't have an account, you can simply put sign up. Also this like sign up is basically a link to a sign up page, so I'll just underline it. Like here I have the attribute for underlining. So anything else we should add, like anyone has any suggestion?
Forgot password.
Yes, very good. So here maybe after password we'll give a forgot password. So forgot password is also a link, so I'll just underline it. Yes, anything else, anyone? Okay, then we have fulfilled all the requirements for a sign-in page. Like it can have a link to a sign-up page, a username, password, then a forgot password link. Like they can get a mail if they forgot the password, then the button, and then the alternative options for sign in with Google and Facebook. So we will go into actual UI first, then I'll just keep the background as white, and I'll just show you like how to create blobs or illustrations, like simple illustrations itself with the pen. So when you take the pen, just jot down some points where you want to create the blobs or illustrations.
Akanksha, can you wait for a second?
Yeah.
There there's a question, instead of using rectangle first, then adding text message, can we directly use text? So yeah, so your question,
Yeah.
Akanksha, can you show your screen, wireframe screen?
Sorry. Actually,
Can you show your Figma screen like that wireframing of sign up page?
yeah.
Yeah. So basically, in every login and sign up page or sign in page, you see a username or password box. Like so, they represent a light box session, or you can say a light circular session. So to keep these small things in mind, we use normally this type of boxes. So while creating this UI design, like Akansha is creating a UI design for this wireframe, so you will be getting clear idea why we have used boxes. So Akansha, can you continue? You can
Yeah,
continue.
like it is an input field, so you should distinguish it from the other components in the UI. So you should give anything to that UI so that it can be distinguished. Like these two are input fields. This is the button. So like whenever you are drawing, you should like अगर like आप ये सब बना रहे हो तो like you know that this is a username, this is a password, and this is the button for signing. But when you're showing it to your client, they don't know like what is this. Like they will think that this is simply a text for username, a text for password. So for like a precise work in your UI, you should have these components as well in your wireframe. So I hope your doubt is cleared, Zed.
Yeah, okay, you can continue now.
Okay, so I have created this structure using pen. I'll just create it again. So here you have a pen tool. We will just click it and then draw some random line and then join it. So after this, I want to have curves over here because it's an illustration. So it doesn't have any sharp edges or anything. So I'll just click on this here icon, that is bend tool. And when you click on dots, so it shows a scale of how much you want to bend that curve, or how much you want to like keep it in which direction, like you can keep it this way, or whatever way like you want. So I'm just keeping it a normal bend for the next curve as well, and for the next curve. So then I simply press done, and here is the blob. So I'll just fill in some color in it. So I want a linear gradient color. So you can adjust the gradients according to yourself, like what gradient you want. So I want like this color gradient. Also, I want this blob at the bottom position as well. So I'll just first clone it. So yeah, and I'll just flip it horizontally or vertically. So if I flip it horizontally, it will go from left to right, and if I flip it vertically, it will go from top to bottom. So I'll just increase it a bit, and I don't want the stroke over here, like the lining. It has a black lining, so I don't want it. So you simply click the minus sign over here, so it will like delete that stroke also over here. Also, like how this proper portion is cut down on the screen and the other section is not visible on the screen, on the same way I want it for this. So here the vector, I'll just mm, the another vector. Okay, I'll just take it under iPhone 13 Max. This is the second one. So when like here also, when you put it outside the frame, then it will obviously come above the frame, and if you keep it inside the frame, then it will come inside the your iPhone 13 Max frame. So you should keep a track of all the elements you have on the left hand side. So I want this box here also. So I'll just take one rectangle and create a box over here according to my wish or my size. You can also create your boxes according to your size as well. So I want it to be a white color box, and I want its edges to be rounded. So I'll just round its edges. Yeah. Now it looks like pretty good. I will give a stroke of 1 to it. So it's also good, or else I'll give a thickness of 2. So it's properly defined now that this is a sign in box. Then I'll just clone these things over here, whichever I wanted. So I'll just increase the font size. I just want to like have different font style, I like the Poppins one, so I'll keep it away. And I want this everything in sentence format and not in caps lock format. So I want the underlining only for the sign up one and not the do you have an account one. So I'll just remove the underline over there because it's not a link, it's just a question. And I want to fit it whole in the one line itself. So I'll just decrease the text to 20. Yes. I'm just increasing the font size of sign up so that it will be visible to the user. Then I'll have two input fields, that is a username and a password. So this black color isn't looking very good on it. I'll make it white and I'll just give it a stroke. Stroke of 2 maybe. Then I'll just give some corner radius. Now it's looking nice. And my text is in white color so it isn't visible. So I'll just give it a black color or maybe some grayish color. Same way I'll do the same thing for this also. I give a corner radius of 50. So here also I'll give a corner radius of 50 and the text color I'll give it a gray. So I want to give the same color as the username. So I'll just copy the color code from here. So Control C, and then when I go over here, I'll just press Control V. The code will be copied and the same color will be jotted down. So this is the password. So after the username and password, I have a forgot password option. So I'll take it over here as well. I'll keep this in black color only and then the sign in button. Then I'll just give a black color to it for the button and then sign in with Google and sign in with Facebook. So if I want a logo over here, so as I told you, you can take anything from the Figma community. So I'll just go to community and I'll just type here icons or logos. So it will show a list of logos for me. So I want specifically for Google and Facebook. So I need a brand logo. So I'll just duplicate it. So from here, I'll just copy paste the Google and Facebook logo. So I'll just copy this Facebook logo and paste it over here as well as the Google logo. So I can't find Google. Hmm. Copy and paste. So you need to adjust the sizing according to yourself. So yeah, if you want, you can add any additional things to your UI as well. Like um, if you want any icons, you can take it from here. Uh, I just duplicate it. So for password, I'll take this lock button or the lock icon and I'll just put it over here. And for username, um, I can take this mail button because can't find any icon over here. So I'll just paste it over here. So for minute details, you can zoom in your screen as much as you want. So I've given 35 as the icon size. Also, if you want to add more detailing to your icons, then I'll just do one thing. I'll just add one rectangle over here. Give it a black color. And then same with the 50 radius. So same, I can clone it for the below one. And then I can paste my icons over here. So this looks very neat. So yeah, this is the UI design. Like for sign-in page, if like anyone has any doubt can ask, or if you want to add something more in the UI design of sign-in page, you can just tell me. Is it easier to use Figma or wireframe.cc for wireframing? I would suggest you to use Figma only because it's just the like changing of the software just for wireframing isn't enough. So you use Figma only for wireframing so that you can do wireframing side by side. Like here we have done it side by side. Like here we have our wireframe and here we have the Figma. So it's easier to clone the objects as well as to draw the UI, seeing the wireframe side by side. Anything else?
Because in wireframe.cc you can't do proper UI designing, and it will be very difficult to use to open so many tabs such as like You have to open again wireframe, then you have to refer the design, and then you have to again redesign that design in Figma. So it get complex. So we will recommend to use Figma for wireframe also.
Okay. Anything else? Which are some commonly used good fonts?
Yeah, yeah. I will be sharing my page link. So I have mentioned there. So you can refer that fonts, and there are various facts. Wait a second, just so yeah.
Can we edit the text again? For this, yes, you can edit anything you want because it's not the final product yet. So
Yeah.
I'll just like if they don't have any doubt, I can just show them how to upload it on the dribble. So I'll just show you. Like if anyone has any doubt relating UI, can then you can ask me, or
At the
else.
end of this session, we will be giving you a small task regarding UI. So the task is to develop an OTP verification page. As you have seen, like many apps has that page, like you have to enter the OTP in that page. So we will giving you a small task to develop a OTP verification page UI, and you can also like if you want to refer, or you can say you want to take suggestion from other designs, so you can refer many websites such as Behance, Dribbles, and you can also visit on like UX folios, like UX websites also. I will be sharing you two links, so you can take inspiration, or you can say like you can refer the design as well.
So I'll just show you the interface of Dribble and Behance. So this is basically Dribble. Like if you just simply type Dribble on Google, you will get this site. So here you can find the inspiration as well as references for your design. Many people contribute or upload over here their designs. So like you have various app designs, web designs like this as well. And like also we have Behance. So this is Tanmay's ID of Behance. So simply if you also type Behance on browser, this will show you the Behance website. So it is also similar to Dribble, but Behance is more vast and it has more contributions and more domain like leaving UI UX. They have other things as well. That is, they have like painting architectures and everything. So you can see for your inspiration on Behance as well. Also, Behance is of Adobe, so it has a vast community. So you can join in over here as well. Anything else anyone wants to ask? This is your assignment, OTP verification page. Like if anyone don't have any doubts, then I'll simply just show how to upload your designs in Dribble and we'll end this session over here. So okay, I'll just show you how to upload your designs on Dribble. So like if I want to upload the sign in page on Dribble community, so I'll just delete this wireframe because I'm completed with my work. So So Dribble has some size constrictions or restrictions, like which we need to follow. So in here frame section, you can find a social media section where you can like post your design on whatever social media you want, like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or Dribble. So for Dribble, you need to choose the Dribble shot, and it will show you the frame of Dribble. So as I said, it has some size constraints. So you need to give the size of the frame as 1600 and the height of the frame as 1200 only. So if you go like beyond this, it will not show a proper image on the behind, the Dribble community. So you need to abide by this length only, like the width should be 1600 and the height should be 1200 only. So I'll just have it over here. So the white background is very uncool. I'll just make it a bit colorful. Also, I can just add the same blobs on the other side, like two sides of the Dribble shot. Simply pen and then draw any shape you want. Then simply use pen tool and then have the curved edges. Then done. Just give the color to it, and um, so here I've given a gradient color also. I don't want the stroke over here. So I'll just take it inside a Dribble shot so it will crop according to it. I'll just give some effects to that blob. Just 20 and 10. So my sign in screen is going like beyond that. So I'll just bring it mm, after the sign in screen. So yeah, now my sign in screen is above that block. Same thing I'll do on the other side is I'll just clone it and flip it vertically, and I'll flip it horizontally. So this looks pretty good. Again, the drop shadow effect, and just give it 50% of shadow. So as it's downward, like the shadows you want is upwards. So you need to go according to the axis. Like if you want downwards or on the right side something, then you need a plus. If it's left side or upwards, then it is a minus. So yeah, I also give it here 50%. So now like uploading this dribble shot would be great. So what you do is simply click anywhere and then here click on export. So it will show you the like options like how you want to export it as jpg file or pdf file or png. So I'll export it as png only, and I want only this whole frame. So I'll just export it, save, and then if I go on to my downloads where I have downloaded it, it will show me the png effect, the png file of the dribble shot. So I'll just upload this file on my dribble account. So I'll just show you how to upload it. So simply hit your upload and then you have drag and drop an image or browse. So browse the image in your system. So this is the UI UX session 1. Open, and this will show your dribble shot over here. You can give whatever name you like this is a sign in page, and you can give here the description about the like post which you have added. So for now I'll just give it again a description as sign in page. It's up to you like what description you want to give. So after giving the description and the heading for the dribble shot, we'll just continue. And here you can add the tags for your post so that like it can be featured on the dribble page. So I'll just add some tags from here. So this is all I would like to add, and then publish now. So when you hit publish now, then your post like your dribble shot would be posted on the dribble website. So it's taking time. So yeah, my dribble shot has been posted, and now you can like see it over here, like I have posted my dribble shot. Yeah, so this is how you can like post your dribble shots or the other UI designs on Behance as well as the dribble. So like I have showed you from the basics till uploading. So if you have any doubt between the basics from the uploading tracks, you can ask it over here. What is the benefit of uploading your designs on this platform? Like you have GitHub for web development, app developments, and there you give your contribution. Same is for the design. So whenever you design something, you upload on this community pages such as Dribble and Behance. So for that purposes, you upload over here.
And the main benefit also, like some companies also verify your account of this designing, and they provide you some internship or job also while you upload in this Behance, or like you can say Dribble platform. Can I share my screen now?
Yeah,
For a
sure.
second. Okay, so basically, let's talk about Behance, because I'm not quite well active at Dribble now. So they like this is my portfolio for current Behance. Like it is a Adobe software. Like Behance is a Adobe provider. So yeah, so here they see the work and they also appreciate your work, and they also provide an internship, and they like messages you personally like yeah, are you available to join and all that. Like they take your details as you see here. Like we are traveling so for looking for a UI UX designer if you are interested. Like so Dribble and Behance basically provide this type of internships also to the beginners, so they get a chance to boost their skills. Currently, I am working for a company called Nirmiti.io. So they also like I have been provided this internship from Behance also, Behance only, and like this is the like work they expect from you. Like they teach some beginning also, like beginning work also, and they also give you some guidance also. So how it should look, real world UI and concept UI, that these both are very different concepts. So we will be we will be explaining this part in the next session. So yeah, so this is the contribution overall for Figma. This is my page, and yeah, wait a second. So yeah, this is the recent work for my company that I have made. Like this is the reward earning page with proper UI and proper UX design and with a proper prototyping work. And this is the website which I made it for my page. That's my page. I have given the link in the chat box. So I prepared the wireframe and what the content I have to use. So this is the incomplete page. I will be completing it later. And this is the app UI. So this is the app wireframe, and this is the main design, and this is the post how I should present my design. So yeah, any doubt regarding this? Okay. So if anyone has doubt regarding what is wireframe and how UI design works and how to prepare and how to take inspiration, so all are clear with today's session. So yeah, we can now end this session.
Yeah,
So
we can drop.
end this session. So thank you all for coming here and attending this session. It was great and nice to meet you all.